Good morning, everyone. Today, I've got the key to this 2021 Audi Q5. This is the 45 trim level, the 45 Premium. For those of you that don't know, Audi classifies their trim levels based on power output. For the Q5, I believe there's the 45 trim and the 55 trim. This has the 2.0 turbo 4-cylinder, and the 55 has the V6. So this is the lower power output trim, but it is the premium trim, so it's the 45 Premium. So you do have a lot of nice features that'll go over with you inside. Really nice wheels. I love the pattern on those. This is Florett Silver, I think that's how you pronounce it, with a black interior. Let me go ahead and open up the trunk for you. The hatch. Power, of course. Good bit of room back here. There we go. Get your spare back here. Got a nice little cargo shade. Go ahead and close that. All right. Let me get inside. So the door handles are kind of interesting. They don't pull directly out. They kind of pull up on an angle. That's something newer Audis have. All right. Very good bit of room back here. I'm going to put that down. Full sunroof, panoramic. The front pane slides back. This is fixed in place. Got little lights on. Got your cup holders here. They are a little on the small side. I don't really understand that, but and then you can actually drop just this middle piece if you need to. Something not a lot of cars have. Got your vent back here. You can turn up and down your temperatures. You got charge ports there with and another outlet there. Obviously, with it being Audi, you can tell the seating materials are very premium, very comfortable, very plush for leather. It's not incredibly stiff. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, pollen all over the car, guys. Not good for my allergies. Pop the hood. All right. Now under the hood, like I said before, you got the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Makes 261 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. It is driven to an 8-speed automatic. And fuel economy is pretty good. Gets 23 miles a gallon around town and 28 miles a gallon on the highway. So it's about on par for most compact SUVs nowadays. If you couldn't tell some similarities, looking in the interior right here, obviously Audi is owned by Volkswagen, so you see a lot of Volkswagen style buttons. They're just a little updated to give you more of a premium feel because it's Audi. So we go ahead and start this up. Super quiet. You can tell they really took care of noise insulation in here. Take the parking brake off. All right. So you got your headlights on this stalk right here, turn signals, all that fun stuff. Wipers front and back right there. Heated seats, dual zone climate control. You can actually select your drive modes. Comfort, auto, dynamic, which is your more sporty mode. Individual, off-road. We're going to leave it in comfort. And then we'll switch it to dynamic when we do the handling test. Get your radio volume down here. That'll slide. Get your wireless charging pad that slides back for your cup holders. And some storage there with a USB Type-C in there. Get your navigation on the screen. You can do your radio, Sirius XM capabilities. You can pair it with Bluetooth, of course. I'll leave the nav screen up. Got a heated steering wheel. You can switch between your driver information up here. Fuel economy, consumption, date and time, services. You can see your phone there. You can have your nav screen on the inside, which is what I think I'm going to leave it at because that's really cool. I did set my memory seats here. I already did, but show you how to do it. Down here you have your mirrors. You can twist this to adjust your mirror settings. And then if you twist it to that, the mirrors fold in. And then if you take it away, if you take it away, they'll fold back out. And then you can also heat them down here. Got your fog lights down here. Your headlights are automatic. Your trunk lift button is right there as well. You can turn on and off your park sensors right here. You can also see your cameras. You got your full 360 surround vision view. And you can switch the camera views as well. That's really cool. That's neat. Cool. Here's front. That's the front camera. Back camera. Really cool. And then you got all your AC on. You can turn your fan down. It has 3-zone climate, so dual up here and then single in the back. This is for your sunroof and sunshade. Cool. And then sunroof, of course, comes up. Little bug net. You can change the view too, to where if you want those, if you want those a little bit smaller and the nav screen's up a little bit more. I think that's okay. I like that. Okay, I think we're ready to take this thing for a ride. Now, okay, I'm gonna put my belt on. Okay. So we're going to go, so there's a little button on the side here. You have to press that button and just pull back. Kind of works like Chevy's shifter that they just came out with. They kind of were taking notes from Volkswagen. There's a lot of brands that have these anymore. Very nice. It's insanely quiet in here. Like I said, you could tell they really cared about noise cancellation. Steering input is insanely smooth. Barely feels like you're driving a car. I mean, that could be a good thing or a bad thing because there might not be as much steering feel. It does feel a little more on the numb side, but I mean, if you're buying a car for luxury, a lot of the time that's what you want. I mean, this is by no means a driver's car, so I can understand why they did that. And if you guys know anything about Audis, if you hear like a slapping noise in the back, that's because the license plate isn't able to be secured very tightly, because the screw holes for license plates on Audis are like 1 millimeter deep. So I wasn't able to fasten it as much as I would like. Takes bumps extremely well. Very cushy ride. Test low end torque. Because this is a really steep hill. It's steeper than it looks. It didn't kick down at all, and we're increasing in speed, so low end torque is really good. So we're going to put this thing into dynamic. Okay. Okay. We're going to use the paddle shifters. Right. Put that back into comfort. And you hear that little burble when you shift, so I couldn't remember if this thing was a dual clutch or not. I think it is. So that's pretty cool. Put it back into drive. Little 2.0 turbo had a good bit of power. Well, impressions so far are this vehicle is fantastic. I love the ride feel, especially in dynamic mode when we were doing going around the corners back there. Very nice. Now, obviously being an Audi, it's a little more on the pricier side for a compact SUV. I mean, something like this brand new is, I think they started, or I don't know what, I'd have to look into what options this additionally has on top of the trim level, but this started around $45,000. This is a 21 and it has about 30,000 miles on it right now. You could probably pick something like this up for probably high 30s, 37, 38 grand, which is still pretty expensive for the size of vehicle you're getting, but it's also Audi. So if you're looking for this specific kind of vehicle, you pretty much know what you're spending anyway. So I will say, I mean, it's very, very nice. So of course we're going to get on the highway and throw her back into dynamic. Okay. She also shifts at higher RPMs if you leave it in automatic mode. Okay. Very good. Actually shot off pretty quick. Got onto the highway with ease. Back into comfort. You can definitely tell the steering wheel loosened up after putting it back in comfort. Very impressed overall. You pay for premium quality, you definitely get premium. Now what I'm assuming is if you want to go up to one of the higher trim levels, that's when you would get a lot of the safety features, like the lane keeping and everything like that. I'm not seeing buttons for any of that stuff. However, it does have a blind spot monitor, which is kind of neat. Yep. So using my blind spot. That's pretty cool. I like how it lights up on the mirror instead of some have like a symbol on the glass itself, but that's on the side of the mirror. It's neat. But yeah, I mean, for as nice as the car is, I don't really see any. I see the parking sensors in the camera, but I don't see anything else. Which is fine. I mean, you could just go up to the 55. I mean, you get the V6 and a bunch of other things, so. But to me, for a premium brand priced in the 40s, this is a pretty good contender if that's your budget. Alright. Take a look at the backup camera. Very nice. Very clear. Extremely clear. Okay, so you could just see that. Interesting. No noise. Wow. Okay. And then park. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Then when you put it in park, automatically puts the parking brake on. All right. Okay. Well, that was a very pleasant experience. I was blown away by this thing. Quality of the materials. It's pretty quick. Man. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you really wanted something more on the premium side, more features, higher quality overall, and your budget's about, 38, 40 grand, and you want something smaller and maybe not go something as crazy as like a Q7 or a Q8, the Q5 is pretty awesome. So I definitely really enjoyed this. Hope you guys did too. And of course, thank you very much, Blaise Alexander Chevrolet in Muncy, PA, for allowing me to do these videos. Really appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the next one.